Welcome back to the channel, everybody. And just when you think special operators are done making the news for absolutely crazy things, if you didn't have on your 2025 bingo board Jocko plus Cartel criminal connection, well, here we are. All right, so this reporting just came out as of a couple days ago. I got sent this to my Instagram. Pretty crazy story. For what we know so far. Okay, so again, this is just based off of reporting. I don't know what exactly is true, but what has happened, someone who was connected to Jocko and his gym just went to prison for cartel related crimes for a long time. Okay, that's what we're going to talk about today. All right, so first thing, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe on the video. Really helps. And yeah, we got a lot to talk about today. All right, so let's go ahead and jump right into the video. All right, so first thing we got to understand is, who is this guy? What exactly is going on? How is he connected to Jocko's gym? And that's what we're going to look at first. All right, so this guy's name is Rudy Silva, the self-proclaimed king of coke. Okay, let's take a look at the article that was put out, and then also the actual criminal report, and then we're going to get into his connection to Jocko, and then we got a bunch more to talk about on the back end. So first thing we're going to do, jump into the actual report and what the court had to say. All right, so here he is. You can see here, San Diego MMA promoter turned trafficker, Rudy Silva, sentenced to 17 years, hired Mexican gunman to shoot rival. All right, so a little bit bio on him. Rudy Silva claims via his Instagram and X accounts to be a brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, a father, computer nerd, and God soldier. He is the founder owner of Vaquero Industry Boxing and the MMA and nightclub promotional company, The Hurt Business. He also links several other businesses, including Ace High Stables, yada, 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 for his businesses. Right down here, he was also the self-described, okay, he named himself this, the King of Coke of San Diego, according to his plea agreement and sentencing documents. All right, so that's not all. We're going to look at the actual documents here from justice.gov and the reporting here. Cocaine trafficker sentenced to 210 months for drug distribution, conspiracy, and also a lot more than that. So we just talked about that. But coming down here, a little extra. Is Silva also admitted in his plea agreement to threatening, directing, or using violence as part of his drug trafficking activities. Prosecutors told the court today that Silva assisted in bringing assassins known as sicarios from Mexico, so cartel members obviously, into the San Diego area for cartel enforcement operations. On one occasion, Silva hired a sicario from Mexico to come to San Diego, where that individual attempted to fatally shoot one of Silva's rivals, prosecutors said. All right, obviously this is pretty crazy, right? This level of drug trafficking, crime, cartel involvement, putting out hits on people, pretty nuts. But how is he connected to Jocko? Well, that's what we're going to look at right now. All right, so this was sent to me via the Todd Atkins show yesterday. And here is reporting on how this gentleman is connected to Jocko. Okay, so according to Rudy's Instagram, he trained at Victory MMA, which is Jocko's gym, a San Diego gym that includes amongst its owners a notable influencer, podcaster, and former Navy SEAL Lieutenant Commander Jocko Willink. Victory in MMA Fitness and CrossFit was founded in 2007 and relocated to a smaller city in Claremont Mesa area the last year following a fire at Midway San Diego gym location. All right, here's where this gets important. In 2017, Rudy announced via his Instagram that a business partnership was being worked on with Jocko, who was coaching him in MMA at the time. Later posts asked local business to partner with Victory MMA to share marketing lists, transfer memberships, and offer supplement products. It is not known what the specific business or the level Rudy was involved in, as he is not listed on the company records at all. Promotional posts by Rudy Silva were made at the time on the Victory MMA website blog. Okay, and then here you go. You've got Jocko standing here with the King of Coke of San Diego with a Jocko t-shirt on. Oof, yikes. Not a good relationship to be in. All right, now speaking of gyms and fitness, Give me 60 seconds of your time to pay the bills, and we'll talk about my partnership with Modern Athlete Strength, which is the strength and conditioning program I personally use to stay in as good shape as I am. So let's check that out. All right, guys, I'm here to talk about our partners over at Modern Athlete Strength, the premier online tactical and performance-based fitness coaching app. All right, if you don't already know about Modern Athlete Strength, it's the weightlifting program and conditioning program that I use, and a lot of military, special ops, police officers, fire department are all going the route of performance-based functional fitness. So if you're not sure where to start, this app is fantastic. It lays everything out for you. You have online coaches you can talk to directly, modify programming. All right, it's gonna get you in the best shape of your life, right? So it's a lot more than just heading in, working on some beach muscles. You're actually gonna be functionally fit, be able to protect yourself, protect your family, and you're gonna look good as well. Head on over, check out our programming, become part of the community. Let's do it. Okay, now, a lot of sort of what ifs in this situation, a lot of subjectivity, a lot of what's actually going on, okay? Just is the idea here is does this actually implicate Jocko in anything cartel related and anything criminal related, anything like that? Okay. On the surface, you can't just automatically say yes. All right. From the reporting, you know, this guy obviously is being trained by Jocko, working out at the gym, potentially putting out promotional stuff. So maybe having some type of business relationship here. We're not really sure. Okay. That doesn't inherently mean that you automatically know that the people that you're working with or that you're training at a gym are working with the cartels, right? That's not necessarily what that means. However, there is a little bit of a problem with this, and that is this really isn't actually that new. And you know who actually told us about this type of thing happening at Jocko's gym a year ago was our friend Eric Demming. So what we're going to do is actually just take a trip down memory lane and look at Eric talking about this type of stuff going on at this gym. All right, so let's check that out, and then we're going to talk about it.
Where some of these contracts go to. So they start this gym, and who do you think they start the gym with? Who is a money man? They start the gym with a guy named Menino, Paul Joe Menino, who was indicted on drug crimes as far as in racketeering, and he was convicted and sent to federal prison. After he gets out of prison, he comes to San Diego, where he got in trouble for some contract fraud, you know, there in San Diego. And then he starts this MMA gym with Jocko and Sargent. To my knowledge, this is Jocko's first time running a business. And he's doing this while on active duty. So he's got this side deal with a known drug felon, connected with crime families. And this is, and he starts pushing contracts or trying to get contracts to his gym.
Now, this is not the same individual, Rudy Silva. Okay. This is a completely different individual, but this was a known drug trafficker that apparently Jocko started this business with ties into criminal crime families and syndicates. Now, again, not the same person, but I don't know, guys. You guys start asking yourself, where there's smoke, is there fire? I mean, Eric Demming was talking about this with this same gym a year ago, having ties and connections to drug traffickers, known drug traffickers and crime families. And then, as of a couple days ago, a person involved in that gym goes to prison for almost 20 years for drug trafficking and cartel work. Ooh, I mean, that doesn't automatic. Again, I'm not saying this implicates Jocko as knowing these types of things, but it's starting to look a little pattern here, right? And I got to tell you guys, I've been, pretty hard on Eric. I talked to Eric, one-on-one, and I really like Eric, but I was very critical of Eric based off of his initial videos a year ago. And I'll tell you this, Eric has been proved right about Luttrell. He's been proved right about Slabinski. He's been proved right about the Chapman story. He's been proved right about Szymanski. And now, apparently, he's being sort of proved right about this gym and having a bunch of criminal ties to drug trafficking. So, we're getting very close to have to putting out an apology video to Eric because he has not been wrong, which is not, when you have 100% success rate on something, the other things he's talked about are starting to look like they might need to get reevaluated. Okay. I'll just be honest. I call a spade a spade. I'll admit when I'm potentially wrong. Okay. I don't know. We're gonna have to wait and see. All right. But here's the thing, right? With this recent one, to me, it's very easy to just be able, for Jocko, of course, to be able to say, I didn't know. Okay. And that may be true. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. However, it's really hard for me to believe that you had no idea this gentleman that you are training, that you're actually having do promotional work for your business, you had no idea he may have been a sketchy figure when he literally self-named himself the King of Coke of San Diego. No red flags at all on this guy? I don't know, guys. That's kind of a tough sell. Now, at the end of the day, no matter how you splice this, at a minimum, this is just a really, really bad look for Jocko and for this gym. Okay, being that it's not the first time, potentially, that there's been criminal involvement with drug traffickers being involved in this gym, right? But again, Jocko may have to come out and make a statement or explain this away as well. We'll have to wait and see. Again, I have no idea. I'm not going to automatically just say he's implicated as part of the cartels or some crime syndicate just because someone was working at his or with his gym, rather, or whatever that relationship was. Obviously enough for them to have pictures together. But yeah, it doesn't look good. And I'm sure this is not going to be the last we hear about it. But we will just have to wait and see if our buddy Eric is completely proven right as we go forward. Pretty scary. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed that one. Have a good day.